said that there was an outhouse there, and I don't know, do you remember, did it show one in his pictures? I feel like it didn't.
I can't remember.
And even if it did, like Ryan's saying, so it looks like a small building that could perhaps be an outhouse.
Could be a pump house, I don't know,
Yeah.
like it's,
Yeah,
unless someone went and inspected it, I don't think the town
Right.
should be spending our money with potential legal fees because that's expensive.
And that's what health
Small
officer
bit.
would come in.
right, that is where, that is something that the health officer would determine, and again, we'll decide if we're going to move forward with that part, because again, we're in this place where Tom went to the property, and Tom took pictures, and Tom said this is what he saw. That was neither of us. I'm by no means calling Tom McGinty a liar, but I didn't see it, I don't know. I don't wanna put the town's money or my word, my reputation behind something I can't. I don't know. I don't feel confident, but we'll see what plays out after the letter. We're just sending him a letter saying it was a clerical error that we didn't put in writing, that your building notification was denied, and we'll take it from there.
Can I make one last comment on this? Tom admitted to everybody that he is not a building inspector, he can't assess buildings, etc. So, but if he's assessing that this is a privy without having a formal inspection by somebody other than somebody
absolutely.
unqualified,
Yep, thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I don't care about the privy. Whatever we did,
Yeah, I kind of don't
denied
care.
his building notification, and then he continues to build.
I'm not commenting on that at all, so
No, but that's what I'm just saying, the privy, I don't care. Dig a hole, shit in it. Move it next year.
sure.
A little too graphic.
Sorry.
Yes, Maureen?
Isn't it just illegal because he doesn't have approval from the state? Isn't that the reason why it's illegal? Not really because you don't know what it is. You have to have state septic approval before you can plop something down on your property, am I right?
If it's a septic system.
Okay, but
If
you
it's a
don't
composting
go for a
toilet or a
composting
privy,
toilet?
that's through the town. That's through the health officer.
okay.
Yeah.
So they need to put in an application that they want to do it in order to let you guys know that they
Right.
intend to do it. So
Right.
there's the illegal part there, not how it's built or whatever.
Correct.
I mean, that's how I see it.
Right.
And the other thing that I wanted to say was, Chris Forney has been coming here for years and years and years. Generally, the person that,
He looked really familiar when he walked in, but
he looked a little older,
It was-
but yeah.
it was before I was a selectman for sure, last time I've seen him,
But
so yeah.
he's not allowed to suggest anybody, but the person we usually go to is Bergeron, and I think they're out of Keene, and they're really good to work with, so.
For
For the
bridge
culverts.
construction, I'll call it, okay.
Yeah.
All goes to bid.
Hmm?
Al goes to bid.
Yeah,
Oh, I know, but I'm
Yeah.
telling you that they,
okay.
no, I don't know them, I'm just saying, they're the ones that we got year after year, so
Okay.
there's a place to go for one of them, is what I'm saying.
Thank you. Anyone else?
You got a question regarding the selectman role of going to people's property and checking on them? Is there any standard on that procedure?
No.
Especially when we in the past said they would not go to, the board will not be going to check on people's properties.
So, there's no written standard. Anyone can drive down any road and go look at any property they want to. I think Tom's comment was that we're not gonna drive around the town looking for problems.
Sounds like he's doing that.
No, what he did was go to a property where somebody filed a building notification, we denied it, and we knew he was continuing to build. And I can say that I knew that because I was told by someone who delivers building materials to our town that they went there and dropped off building materials. I can say that because Tom went out to look at it after one of the neighbors there called him at his junkyard and told him that this man was still building. So I think we would be poor selectmen if we didn't do some sort of follow-up after all of those reports that someone was doing something they were denied to do.
So there was, so somebody said that there was building going, and selectmen will go out and check on that?
I've done it. I've driven around the town taking pictures of people who were under junkyard notification who violated the junkyard notification, right, yeah. I think that's part of being a public servant.
So, well, my second question is actually going to be on that. Has the town ever, to the best of your knowledge, pursued a lawsuit against someone on junkyard violation?
Yes.
Can I do one of my first two select board meetings?
Yeah.
The guy up on,
Yep, and typically what happens is once the letter goes out saying that we will file, then they all of a sudden find a way to become compliant.
Okay, so you see yourself as an active role of going around and checking people's
I prefer not
compliance?
to, no, I prefer not to. And it's actually, at the time when I did it, that was my first year as a selectman. And Russell Poitras was the police chief and health officer.
Mhm.
And I asked him what I could help him with, and that was one thing that he suggested I could help him do because he had so many police things to do that he didn't have time to keep up with the health officer things. So, and we'll close that topic. Anything else?
Yes, now that Sharon is dead, is the town going to continue this lawsuit against her?
Yes, we will, because she is not the owner of the property, and that court case is scheduled for Friday morning.
Then why is she being sued?
She is not, the landowner is who has an illegal building and is in violation of the junkyard ordinance, and beyond that, I will not say more. It is a pending court case, and as I said, we'll be there Friday. Any other topics?
That'll be all.
Yeah, all right. Anyone else? Last word from,
motion adjourned.
no. You knew that couldn't, only because I feel bad, because I had this written out, and I should have said in my ex officio report what happened with the budget committee. So the budget committee went through ambulance, fire department, highway department was tabled, library, highway was approved, we're gonna come back and revisit that line item, my bad.
Yeah.
Library budget, police budget, tax collector, town clerk, and welfare. Many of them, they just agreed with what the selectmen's suggested budgets were. That would be ambulance, fire, don't write all this down, it's not that important. For highway, police, tax collector, town clerk, and welfare, they all agreed with. The only one that I have here written down that changed was library.
I thought
Does-
we reduced the highway too.
But we're not done.
You are correct, yes, thank you, Sandy. Highway and library were both reduced. Highway, the selectmen suggested $449,250, the budget committee said $428,250, and library selectmen bottom line after gross basis was $22,590. Budget committee is $18,240 with the same gross basis. And that's that.
You just jogged my memory about something.
Motion
Um,
adjourned.
Since Bonnie was in here and she has computer issues, is she gonna need more money in her budget related to that?
Did you bring that? I asked, you know what, thanks for asking. Actually, I asked Sarah to bring me the numbers. I thought she would push us to make a decision tonight, so I asked Sarah to bring us the numbers. Town clerk has $36.61 left in her budget. She'll still have a few more, 14, right? She has 14 left.
Budget?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still got 14 left. My assumption is she asked if we would pay for it, or how it was gonna get paid for. My assumption was that there's enough left in her budget, we can find a way to do it. I think there is. We'll revisit the numbers and make sure, if not, I'm pretty sure Selectmen's budget contingency hasn't been touched. So we can use
Okay,
that.
I just wanted to get you while you were here.
Yeah, thank
If
you.
you had to make a decision on it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, and I had told Alan, I expect her budget can take it. But if not, we'll definitely not let the town clerk go without a computer and not function being performed. Okay?
There's no backup?
No, we've done horrible with IT. We'll do better going forward. We'll find out, next meeting, he's coming, Alan Treadwell from Twin Bridge is coming to the next meeting, and we'll talk about all the wonderful things we can do going forward that haven't been done up till now. So,
Should we increase the budget on that?
we just might have to, we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can find ways to absorb it or cut other things to make it not hurt too much. So I'll second your motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. If you want to leave these, you know what, guys, leave the chairs.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, budget committee meets here tomorrow night, leave them, just leave them, thank you.
Nobody's having a dance or something?